یا رضا گفتم و وا شد به نگاهت گره ها چه خبرها که رسید از دل این پنجره ها یا رضا گفته و بینا
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to our Farsi classes. This is our third class. Our regular organizer Maisam was just a little caught up in Eid events, so I will be hosting for today. If there's any shortcomings, please, I hope you can forgive me. And with that, I will take it to Reza.
Thank you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. Assalamu alaikum, respected brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining me today on what is the third of our weekly Farsi classes. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, Eid Mubarak to you guys and your families. Inshallah, this class won't take too much of your time. And I truly appreciate everyone joining in, and despite being occupied with Eid gatherings and celebrations. Before I begin, I'd like to quickly share a hadith by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Knowledge is not acquired through extensive learning. Rather, it is the light that God sends in the heart of whomever He wishes to guide. Biharul Anwar, Volume 67. Imagine, guys, how blessed we are to have light sent into our hearts from none other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and on such a special, joyful day as well. Inshallah, may Allah notice our continuous efforts and reward us for them and keep us on the right path. As I said before, may we be part of the 313 alongside our beloved Imam, Ajjallahu ta'ala faraja. Okay, guys, to start off today's class, we actually won't have the usual refresher on last week's class like we usually do weekly. As this class will be a short class, that being, I think it's pretty understandable. Today's Eid, people have gatherings to care for, gatherings to attend, and I don't want this to take that much of a time. Just want you guys to get your daily, weekly dose of Farsi in. And actually, I have a good point to make coming off. So what we started this week is that whichever day I'll be free a certain day and communicate with organizers, and we set up a day for you guys to be able to interact with me, send any questions, any forms of, if you want to interact, talk, practice your Farsi, ask questions, do this, do that. And if you guys have any questions regarding Farsi vocabulary, which is what we try to convey in these classes, inshallah, moving on, when I say moving on, I mean maybe weeks in, months in, maybe if God allows continuing these classes, then we'll be moving on to grammar usage, which I've seen some of you guys have been very, very eager into. That is a whole nother game by itself. That is very complicated. I'll be honest, it's not easy. It is not easy. And that's why I'm respectfully asking you guys, if you guys have any questions regarding grammar on those days that I'm available, please personally message me. Don't send it in the group, because what we're trying to convey as part of the group as these classes is basic Farsi vocabulary. As of right now, we're starting off with the basics. We don't want to just jump in straight away, because that's after you guys can put a sentence together, put phrases together, respond, converse a little bit. And so if we could just take it step by step. If anyone has questions regarding grammar, they can personally message me and I'll try my best to help them. As for the questions slot that is available for you guys that day is mainly for your vocabulary and just practicing that, bettering that. And another point is that don't forget, guys, that a day or two after the class, usually a vote is taken on the Telegram group chat between two topics. So you guys can choose what you'll want to learn the upcoming week. This week, the two topics were food to be specific, and transportation. Food and fruit got the most votes, hence this week's class will be on fruit in Farsi. And to start off, I'll just share my screen. Rahim. Start off here. This week's words will be, we have 18 words and 2 phrases. And yes, I will be giving the answer to the phrases as many of you guys have asked. I'll be replying after I ask it. Starting off with number 1, we have Seeb. apple. Sib, apple. I'm not sure how relative these words may be to other languages, example Arabic and Urdu, because I just know Farsi's fruit are just unique, it's one of a kind. Moving on to number 2, we have portakal, orange. Portakal, orange. Portakal. Next one, we have moz, moz. Banana, moz. Moving on to that, we have golabi, golabi. Pear, golabi. Now let me make a quick point here from words 1 to 3. So as we have in every language, we all have our favorite drinks. We have orange juice, we have apple juice. And in Iran, there's actually a very variety of juices. For those who have been to Iran, they've gotten the opportunity to visit, experience Iran. They know that around almost every corner, there's little drink places. And to refer to how we have, for example, in English, we have juice at the end of, let's say we want to refer to apple juice, orange juice, let's say juices like that, or pineapple juice, peach juice, stuff like that. So in Farsi, the phrase to say juice, like the form of juice, you would say ob sib. Let's go number 1 real quick over here. Ob sib. That means apple juice. Ob portakal. If you want to refer to juice, ob means water in Farsi, but it's used in this instance as juice. Ob portakal. Ob sib. Ob portakal. Orange juice. Ob sib. Apple juice. Just thought I'd give you guys a little, just put that in there. Let's go back to number 4. I'll just read that one. Golabi, golabi. Pear, golabi. Next one we have strawberry, which is tut farangi, tut farangi. Strawberry, tut farangi. Number 6 we have angur, angur. Grape, angur. Grape. Moving on we have ambe, ambe. And for all my Desi speakers, I know how much we love our mango juice. I'll give you guys that as well. We have ob ambe, ob ambe, ob ambe. Again, you just add ob at the start of it, turns it into the juice form. Ob ambe, mango juice. Moving on, number 8, we have hulu, 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 peach, hulu. 9, we have gilas, gilas, cherry, gilas. After that, we have kiwi, 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 kiwi. In Farsi, if you can tell, some of these fruit they look the same even in the way it's written in Farsi. For those of you guys that can read Arabic, because Farsi generally it's this pretty much same Arabic letters. So for those of you guys who can read Arabic, you can basically read these words and pronounce it in your own form. They have the same, pretty much the way it comes off the tongue and the way it looks, it may be the same as the way you pronounce it in English. But in Farsi, there's just little touches here that change up the way it's pronounced. Here, for example, kiwi looks like kiwi, but in Farsi we say kiwi, kiwi. Number 11, we have ananas, ananas, pineapple, ananas. Moving on to number 12, we have kharbaze, kharbaze, melon, kharbaze. Next one, we have hendavane, hendavane, watermelon, hendavane. After that, we have anar, anar, pomegranate, anar, anar. 15, nargil, 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 just coconut, nargil. 16, zardalu, zardalu, apricot, zardalu. Moving on, number 17, we have limu, lemon, limu, lemon, limu, limu, lemon. Number 17, just like number 10, which was kiwi, is just another one of those words where it sounds the same as English, just looks the same as English, just has a different type of pronunciation to it. Limu, lemon. Limu, lemon. 18. We have alu. Alu. Plum. Alu. Alu. Now moving on to our phrases. Just like last week's phrases, if you guys remember and run over the words, our phrases for this week, we have the does that in the parentheses. You can put anything. You can say orange, apple, anything, any fruits, food that we'll be learning in the following weeks. For this instance, I used orange. Does that orange taste good? آیا آن پرتقال طعم خوبی دارد? آیا means does. That would be on. Portakal, as we learned, is orange. Tam in Farsi is taste. Khubi is good. And darad, like does it have? Does it contain? So repeat that one more time. Does that orange taste good? Aya on portakal tam khubi darad? Aya on portakal tam khubi darad? Aya on portakal tam khubi darad? And the response to that would be, if you want to say, for example, yes, it does taste good. Bale, on portakal, bale would be yes, on portakal, that orange, bale, on portakal, tame khubi darad. So instead of the aya at the start of the word, the aya right here, I zoomed in on, you would just put in bale, which is yes, or na, which is no. You would put in bale, on portakal, tame khubi darad. Yes, that orange tastes good. Or nah, on portakal طعم خوبی ندارد. ندارد. So you would put a na at the start, referring to no, and also at the end over here where we have a darad, you would say ندارد. No, it doesn't have a good taste. Moving on to number 2, we have, can I have an apple? We use apple here. You can put in any word you want. Can I have an apple? آیا می توانم سیب داشته باشم؟ آیا, again, can, می توانم, I have, سیب, apple, داشته باشم, which is a whole, refers to have one. So, can I have an apple? Can I have one apple, please? آیا می توانم سیب داشته باشم? Can I have an apple? Repeat this for you guys. آیا می توانم سیب داشته باشم؟ آیا می توانم سیب داشته باشم? And now the response to this would be, this one you're asking a person, may I have an apple? The response would be, you want to put bale, می توانی سیب داشته باشی. You have to switch up the endings of the words a little bit to respond. It would be bale, می توانی, not na می توانی سیب داشته باشی. That would be saying, yes, you may have an apple. بله, می توانی سیب داشته باشی. Let's go back up top to start. Let's run through these words twice. Starting off, we have سیب, apple, portakal, orange, موز, banana, گلابی, pear, توت فرنگی, strawberry. Number 6, we have انگور, grape, انبه, mango, هلو, peach, gilas, cherry, kiwi, like it said, kiwi, ananas, which is pineapple, خربازه, which is melon, هندوانه, watermelon. Actually, for هندوانه and watermelon, the way that you're meant to pronounce it properly is هندوانه. Over the course of time, it's been changed though, and the way it's pronounced today, many of Persian speakers, Farsi speakers say hendune, watermelon. The general way is هندوانه, but the way it's used today, you'd say hendune. Can I have a hendune? Which means can I have a watermelon? 14, anar, pomegranate. Next one, nargil, coconut, zardalu, apricot, limu, lemon, alu, plum. Let's run through just the Farsi now for you guys once. Seeb, portakal, موز, گلابی, توت فرنگی, توت فرنگی انگور انگور انبه انبه هلو هلو گیلاس گیلاس کیوی کیوی آناناس آناناس خربازه خربازه هندوانه هندوانه or for us today هندونه هندونه انار انار نارگیل نارگیل زردالو زردالو لیمو لیمو آلو آلو. Two phrases. Does that orange taste good? آیا آن پرتقال طعم خوبی دارد؟ آیا آن پرتقال طعم خوبی دارد؟ آیا آن پرتقال طعم خوبی دارد؟ Number 2, can I have an apple? آیا می توانم سیب داشته باشم؟ آیا می توانم سیب داشته باشم؟ آیا می توانم سیب داشته باشم؟ That wraps up today's class. Just a real quick course today because I know you guys have Eid gatherings. Take care to attend to. Say it if there's any questions anyone has.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for that, Reza. It was really interesting hearing the fruits. There is a little bit of an overlap between Urdu, I know for that. So someone had a question. How would you say, I want many apples?
You would say, man خیلی سیب میخوام. Man referring to as I. خیلی means a lot, many, like you said. And سیب میخوام means want apples. Man خیلی سیب میخوام.
Okay. I think that's it for the questions. And yeah, it seems no one else has any more questions. So that's all.
That's good. Well, thank you guys for joining me this week. I'll be looking forward to next week's class. Remember, there is votes upcoming shortly, maybe the next day, maybe a few upcoming days. Just keep an eye on that Telegram group chat. Also, we do send in recordings, nasheeds, class notes that I would really recommend you guys to go back and listen to, take a peek at. It's good stuff. It's some real good stuff. And with that, look forward to you guys next week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.